The reason we have 9 races on the card at Hollywood Bet Scottsville on Sunday the 4th of April is that there were so many acceptors for the MR72 handicap over 1,600 metres that the race had to be divided into 2 contests, races 3 and 4 on the programme. We've discussed race 3. Race 4 thus is another MR72 handicap over 1,600 metres, and it's the first leg of the pick 6, which makes it a difficult start to the exotic bet. Samanga Kamala and Alec Laird are in town, and they team up with the early joint favourite number 5 Contrail at 4-1. But before we get to that, let's bring you some reruns. Number 1 Perfectly Punt, his last start went 3rd to Park Town, and number 3 Legislate's Dance, the other co-favourite, last time out went 3rd to Fire on the Track.
White Cedars the grey on the outside, Masengo Machine. Park Down throws down the challenge. White Cedar. Mexican Cat Dance tries to come back for more. Park Down by 3 parts of a length. Mexican Cat Dance is back second, then White Cedar. But Park Down in front, and he's striking fear into the heart of the opposition, doing as he is bred. Mexican Cat Dance perfectly put. Tarzan and Night Warrior in photos for the minor spots. Legislate's Dance is throwing out a good challenge on the outside, and Mambo Symphony. Fire on the Track now got to dig down because Legislate's Dance a big runner. Mambo Symphony, Tiger Tank on the inside. Fire on the Track, Legislate's Dance the outside. Tiger Tank tries to fight back, a 3-way go. Fire on the Track lands the gamble. Legislate's Dance, Tiger Tank, and in photos Smart Socks and Mambos.
Well, there we saw Perfectly Putt and Legislate's Dance in action, both finishing in the money in their last starts. Both of those 2 replays were on the Polytrack at Hollywood Bets Greyville. Perfectly Putt is 9-1 for this race. Number 3 Legislate's Dance, to be ridden by Anton Marcus, is 4-1 co-favourite, with the Highveld Raider number 5 Contrail representing Alec Laird and Samanga Kumalo. Number 7 Secret is ours at 9-1. Sheldon, my each way value in the race is the good old campaigner number 9 Techno Captain. I think at 10 and 12-1 he again represents good each way value. He's been running consistently well. But I fancy that the winner could come from one of the fancied runners, or do you see it deeper?
I'm in your camp. I'm a Techno Captain man. I have been for a long time, and he's a horse who's paid a lot of the bills. He's running the money at big prices. He's won at decent prices. He's a 6-time winner, so he's an absolute soldier for the stable. It's all about catching him on the right day. Going back to Scottsville, that's his favourite course because he is a bit of a difficult customer in the race. He can pull, he can be a bit slow, and I think at Scottsville he's going to jump out. And if you look at his earlier form, Master to Be, Monarchy, a lot tougher opposition, and at around 10-1 from an 86 he's down to a 69. If everything works for Techno Captain, we're both in the same camp. I think he's healthy each way value. And number 4 Bayview Express at 14-1. If he reproduces that penultimate run when 3 lengths behind Matterhorn, the average rating was a 92. Take each way bets on both these runners. I'm quite shocked Anton jumped off Bayview Express to ride Legislate's Dance, so it'll be quite interesting.
Well, he hasn't been getting it completely right in recent race meetings. He had a very, very frustrating day at Hollywood Bet Scottsville on Wednesday when things just didn't go right for any of his rides. But you obviously have to respect Anton. So the 2 roughies you've picked out, number 4 Bayview Express, we've been waiting for him to return to form. Number 9 Techno Captain, I'm in the camp of number 9 Techno Captain along with you, but healthy respect for number 4 Bayview Express. But would it be fair to say that Legislate's Dance and Contrail set the standard and they're entitled to be joint favourites at 4-1?
I think they are entitled to be because Legislate's Dance is an improving 3-year-old and close up 3rd last time to Fire on the Track. And obviously with Anton Marcus aboard, he'll be giving it 100%. So Legislate's Dance, you've got to respect. Contrail for me, I'm still on the fence. He's still a 1-time winner after 11 runs. He races a few kilos, gets a few kilos from most of them, and it wouldn't be a surprise to see either or win. But when you're looking at a value perspective, horses like Bayview Express, Techno Captain, they've run again stronger, and I'm a big player. I like to play the bigger odds.
Just going back to Legislate's Dance, and you're obviously not too keen on Legislate's Dance, and that's fine. But if you do fancy Legislate Stance, then surely you've also got to fancy number 7, Secret Desires. The maiden form was very close. Secret Desires is half a kilogram better of the weights for a neck beating in the maiden. So I'm pointing out to the Legislate Stance fans out there, and I'm not necessarily one of them, but if you like Legislate Stance, then you've got to give Secret Desires, who's got a 5-star pedigree, healthy respect, because he might be a late maturing type.
He is one of those horses that you've got to consider. I'll put him in the same camp as Legislate Stance, and if they had to win, good luck to them, but he won't be included in my play.
Last comment about Perfectly Putt. Running on nicely in his last run. Got only 52.5 on his back. Respect?
I think more of a quartet type of play for Perfectly Putt. If you look at the win, I think it's going to take some winning for him, but he's only got 52.5 on his back. He's got the best of the draw, and just having a look-see, he's never won on the turf before, so let's see how he goes.
Okay, so difficult start to the place accumulator in race 3 with the first half of this MR72 handicap over 1,600 meters. The second half of this MR72 handicap over 1,600 meters, the second leg of the place accumulator, first leg of the pick 6. So you've got to get through a little bit of a quagmire here. You've got to get through a little bit of a difficult challenge to overcome legs 1 and 2 of the place accumulator, and certainly the first leg of the pick 6. But Sheldon likes Bayview Express and Techno Captain.